Nobody is immune to the trials and tribulations of life.
You're not up, you're fucking down.
They're just gonna have to deal with it. And if they don't want to deal with me, block me.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
Yo, it's your boy Light Buddha Mike back at it again with another TikTok live reaction with the fam. Sorry for yesterday. Had to postpone. Card matches went a little long. Nothing though. You know what I'm saying? Something small to the giant. But we here now. Y'all feel me? Feel me? Yeah. Very nice. Wait till a couple more people get in to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I sign in myself. Okay. Yeah. Wonder if I gotta share it again. Probably, right? Probably. But shit, it is what it is. Mhm. Oh, wait. Oh, 5 people in. 5 people in. All right. All right, try it. Send this one more again. Let's play this intro, my friends.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna be.
Bitch on the ride on my back like a Mustang. I got a watch on my wrist, is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I sent my baby to bring it right round. See ya.
Yes, let's start the show. Let's get it. But don't forget, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you ain't shared it yet?
All right. High alkaline diets, enzymes, fresh juices, plenty of chlorophyll. oxygen-containing foods, along with deep breathing and exercises, shortens the menstrual cycle. Did you hear what I just stated to you? High alkaline diets, freshly squeezed and freshly run fruit and vegetable juices containing enzymes and life force, heavy chlorophyll containing products. Chlorophyll allows you to do as the plants do to some extent, become photosynthetic. You can change light into usable energy and energy into usable light. High chlorophyll containing diets, plenty of exercise, plenty of deep breathing reduces the menstrual cycle. A lack of the exercise, a lack of life-getting foods and meat diets produces the menstrual cycle and reverts you back to the lower vibration of the animal for the human that you are, the animal person.
Figured I'd give y'all a little bit of feminine information, you know what I'm saying? Not that y'all don't already got it, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people need this, but they don't, you know?
What's that? Oh, there was a 911 call recently released about a guy calling in saying he is seeing some sort of a humanoid walking around his yard that's about 7 feet tall. Tell me more! Yeah, so he calls in and he's reporting this around 7 foot tall or taller humanoid, he says, that does not look like an actual human, but is standing upright like a human. He said it kept hiding and he kept trying to call out to see if it would pop back up, and it would hide again and it would pop back up, so he'd get another visual of this thing, and then he decided to let his St. Bernard dog out to go see if it would scare it off. Now, his St. Bernard was about 220 pounds, and he let it out to go check on this thing, and he saw the humanoid stand up, grab his dog by one hand, 220-pound St. Bernard, and started sprinting off with it like it was a feather. He later got in his truck and tried to search for his dog. He later did come across his animal turned inside out, is how he explained it. His dog, 220 pounds, that was taken off with, was turned inside out. What?
Let's be honest, that thing was just skin, so that thing got a suit. You know what I'm saying? The Fallen still wearing us. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget that movie. Still there. Denzel's. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving.
Mostly United States and South Florida. The majority of the United States and that's South Florida. Again, what most of the United States will experience.
Look at the storm hunter. It's absolutely buried.
And then here in South Florida.
On Lake Michigan, colossal waves crashing over a lighthouse encased in ice.
And South Florida.
And in Minnesota, visibility dropped to near zero, with wind chills now plummeting. It could feel like negative 50 by tomorrow morning.
So here's a quick look at our 7-day forecast for today. High temperatures, upper 70s and low 80s as we get into the weekend here.
All of this ahead of the massive storm stretching 2,000 miles from the plains to New England.
DJ, I had a card match yesterday. It ran a little late. I didn't get in until late. By the time I seen it, I was like, dang it. But rescheduled it and stuff. Tried to fix it a little bit late, but tried to fix it. Let's keep it moving.
It's the Moodra, y'all. Third eye. Put these together. See them? Your knuckles touch like that. Y'all see it? Like that. Y'all see it? And then you touch your middle finger, you touch your thumbs. So it should look like this. See it? Knuckles. All these knuckles. So 1, 2, 3. Should be touching 1, 2, 3 with this up. Middle finger up. Okay? It's the Moodra, y'all.
I don't know why the fuck that nigga flexed at the end, but that you need to put a shirt on, like Angela said.
What position do you think I learned first of a corporation?
The LLC?
No,
The
positions.
Oh, position. The CEO?
President.
President. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
President. Second position, vice president. Treasurer. Starting to sound like a government now, because 28 USC, subsection 15A, says what? United States is a federal corporation, sure. Right? And what do corporations have? Presidents.
Yeah.
Vice presidents.
Sure.
So boom, I started learning. I learned before I went to the LLC.
Yeah.
Corporations matched almost directly up to trust.
Wow.
Because with LLCs, because you got one, we hand out percentages, right?
Sure, yep.
And corporations, what do they hand out? Do you know?
Shares?
Shares. Yeah. Yes. You get shares in the company. So as soon as you start a corporation, you're giving out, you're going to tell how many shares you have.
Yeah.
You know, just like it. So with a trust, they hand out shares too, or just units. Yep. You can do units, trust certificate units, or beneficial units.
Some good business right there. Get that business in you. Know what you're doing. I mean, you know what Trump doing? He run this like a business. It's a business. Let's keep it moving.
Like well outside of their historic areas of, let's say, the Arctic and Antarctic circles, then it's like, okay, we should be mindful of this. And
well, they do move like pretty quick. They move like a couple, like how long? The couple feet a year. Is that right, Steve? We looked at this recently.
Oh, way faster than that right now.
Oh, really?
Right now, the magnetic pole in the northern hemisphere is moving about 40 kilometers per year.
40 kilometers per year?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's moving really quickly. And there's some ideas as to why, because there's some changing magnetic field dynamics between North America and Siberia, which is interesting. But that is a quick movement. Right now, the magnetic pole in the northern hemisphere is almost exactly on top of the actual North Pole. So while it's been moving quickly, it's almost perfectly in the Arctic Circle in terms of its positioning. Whereas the magnetic pole in the southern hemisphere, during the same time frame, has moved away from the true South Pole, like the rotation axis, to be just slightly outside of the Antarctic Circle, but it's only moving about 10 kilometers per year, and it's doing it tangent to the Antarctic Circle. Whereas the magnetic pole in the northern hemisphere is kind of moving towards the lower latitude zones, like it's moving towards Siberia. It's still off the coast in the Arctic Circle, where there's all the sea ice over Gokul Ridge. But it's starting to, some people are worried about it actually moving into Siberia and then moving down like over India, for example.
The magnetic pole.
Yeah. There's some ideas that, if it accelerates even more, that it could be there pretty quickly. And that, if it accelerated enough, it could. But it's been deaccelerating over the past 10 years roughly.
Okay.
Because it accelerated up to 60 kilometers per year. Now it's down to 40, but still very fast. But the magnetic poles moving are also an indication of what's happening at the magnetic field. And then you can measure specific components of the magnetic field, because you have like a regular bar magnet. It's called a dipole. So there's two poles to it, the north and south. Earth's magnetic field is not exactly a dipole. It's about 90-95% dipole, but there's these higher order modes. So like a quadrupole, which is interesting because it brings the magnetic field in at the equator as well. not just looping.
See, I played that because I wanted to speak on like how it's all about. It's still moving, no matter what. It's still moving, but there's a lot more surface of the moon that we haven't been to yet. So the moon's our reflection. But Frank, thank you for that donation, my brother. It's all up, bro. Right, right Hey, see when Dow was playing this, he said that they were, it was the police blowing the whistle. That wasn't even the police. That was motherfucking the ice makers throwing bottles, everything.
You weak. So are they beating on the pots and pans, motherfucking blowing whistles, banging on garbage cans, poles? It don't even matter, man. People trying to make a distraction, they getting paid by Soros just to do it. Yo, Frank, you know though, thou blocked me because I was trying to raise money for Buddha on the stream. All they gotta do is just leave. For real. That's it. They gotta leave. Yeah. But you're here now, man. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? You're here now. All right, there's some more of Rashad with his shirt off.
Now, walking us through this little by little, I'm helping you remember. You are not this body. This is nothing but a physical avatar that we created for this temporary reality. You are the power within that vessel. You are the soul, the spirit. You are dark matter energy. We created the forces of nature. Didn't I just tell you we manifested ourselves? We designed the galaxies. Nature ain't shit. If we designed the galaxy, what the fuck is it for us to design nature? Nature is just an effect of a planet, and a planet is nothing but a part of a galaxy. And we created all of the above. So,
soul and spirit. Right. I shake. See, to be wise and know all that stuff for your time. I think he was a savant somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Nice chest. Making me want to work out now, man. Shit, hell. Let's keep moving. See, I was thinking that what if it was a way to make us spend for that Christmas change? You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't spending that Christmas money. You know what I'm saying? They thought that we was gonna bring money in for the new year, but no, you didn't give us nothing. You took everything. It's not fuck the world, bro. You gotta change the optimistic instead of pessimistic. Once you get a pessimistic understanding, the whole shit happens. You know what I'm saying? The whole shit happens. Once you get an optimistic understanding, at least when the shit does happen, it doesn't happen bad. And some good comes of it. You know what I'm saying? What up, Thou? What up? What up? Yup, they didn't like missing out on that money for real. Dennis, you got blocked because you be doing too much. It was a way you go about things. You can't be on my shit pressing people on stream. You ain't never even supported my shit. Damn. I didn't want to read it out loud, but I had to. Say what's up, Thou? What up? What up? And put that in the chat too, you know what I'm saying? Thou, yo, what to do? Say I ain't with all that pussy ass fake shit. Yeah. Yeah, hey, there is a way you do go about it. You ain't wrong though, Thou. That's what I was trying to say. Like, well, really, you have to say, like, hey, man, if y'all can you help support? You know what I'm saying? I was trying to put it on the stream anyways. I usually put it at the end of the stream, just so you know what I'm saying. It don't affect us. I'm like, hey, I'm going live, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
That is Stonehenge. It's very cool. But what it actually does is going to blow your mind. I learned that this was a seasonal clock, and it is, but you have to look at it from a different lens. This is what sound looks like going through water. This is Stonehenge. It is built on top of an aquifer. So, who else builds their things on top of water? Well, I showed you in the last video that pretty much everybody builds their best stuff on top of water, even Tesla. Light goes through it. Light can melt the hardest things on the planet when focused, and when used for communication, it's the fastest way to do that. It looks like a pattern of sound. Sound travels fastest through solids and can destroy cities if it's a big enough wave. Sound is a bigger wave than light. Sound can move mediums it passes through, like water, and bend the light. That's how we get cymatic images. You can see this in the twinkling of stars as well. Our technology sends ones and zeros through light. Let's pretend everything around us is made of a very unique vibration that can be expressed in a frequency. Or you can grow crops with it.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow some crops with that. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a good plan. I gotta read that from here. Doubt, not shit. Hopefully, y'all can get past this and not whichever the two of you decide. I still want us all to get along. Possible facts. Yo, what up, Photron in the building? Yeah. We see you, bro. We see you. Photron in the building. See. Let's get it though.
Well, here we are again. I don't think it's any secret. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton joined her husband in defying a bipartisan lawful congressional subpoena to show up today. I think what's most disappointing to the Oversight Committee is the fact that we have, in good faith, negotiated with the Clintons' attorneys for 5 months. Throughout the past 5 months, they've implied to us they were trying to make a date work. In fact, the last date we had, they notified us 3 days beforehand, said that they would love to come, but they have a funeral to attend. And we have bent over backwards to try to schedule the Clinton. No, I'm still talking. I'm still talking. Go ahead. Hey, get him out of here. You're not even a reporter. Get out of here. So here's the situation. We're going to hold both Clintons in criminal contempt of Congress. We believe that because this subpoena was issued in a bipartisan fashion, the Democrats acted the day that the subpoenas were voted on in the subcommittee like they wanted the Clintons to come.
Hell yeah. I feel you on that one, 2000. That's what I'll be doing. I'll take a mental break. That's why I'll be playing them card matches and shit. That's when you be going live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, dude. That's perfect for me because that's when I'll be doing my cards and shit. I'm like, yeah, I got something to watch while I'm playing these matches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't have to do that, man. You cool with where you at? Just calm down, take a breather, think about what was said. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, all you gotta do is contemplate on, like, man, how you go about shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Keep it moving though, man.
Hey, folks, hey, you wanted to get in this fashion shit, right? On Folks Gray, ain't no going back. On Folks Gray, you know who that is. On Folks Gray, you know what he like. On Folks Gray. On Folks
Hey, on BD, GDN, Vice Lord, all that shit, whatever Unc say, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, once you go play with Jay, you go gay. Shit. Shit. Even when you go into the fashion industry, ask Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, you can't be saying shit. You can't get mad at people, man, because he said how he felt, man. It was like you must have said something to him to bring him out like that. Like, it's like I ain't trying to say you got can't say what you gotta say, man. But shit, keep it humble.
I've just declared a state of emergency for all 21 counties here in New Jersey as we prepare for dangerous winter weather conditions, including heavy and widespread snow, freezing temperatures, and wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. I'm urging New Jerseyans to make plans to avoid travel Saturday evening and all day Sunday. I'm also announcing a commercial vehicle travel restriction on interstate highways as a safety precaution to prevent incidents that could delay first responders and impede our plowing efforts. The Department of Transportation will provide additional parameters. There may be further impacts on rail, bus, and private car service, which we will announce if depending on the forecast that we are receiving. I want to make it really clear this is not an average winter storm. This is a storm the likes of which we haven't seen in probably about a decade. I, as a veteran, have been raised in crisis management, so we are prepared for this moment, but we do need the people of New Jersey to keep themselves safe as well.
Said DJ, I know you was doing too much for too long. Your body and organs can only take so much. Yeah, yeah. Jay, I was trying to figure out what happened to Ray J. What's going on with that dude? So he was on all them Diddy drugs. That dude probably ended up what you call it, you know what I'm saying? But he probably didn't get none of that tiger blood like Charlie Sheen and Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? He was probably on, you know, now that I think about them two dudes talking about tiger blood, I be thinking about him, the movie with what you call it? What was that shit? With Marlon Wayans. He was drinking some dude's blood, probably Hercules, something like that. But that's what these things are right now, man. They're all doing blood rituals. They're all doing blood rituals. man. Sacrificing and all that shit. Allegedly. Allegedly, this is all a show, of course. Everybody knows this is the world script. We see this shit happen day to day. We just mind our own business, keep watching, and hopefully the shit don't come our way, right? Right, let's get it.
Did you know that we are actually the minority? That
Really?
majority people don't hear a voice in their head or see pictures. What? I didn't know that either. I researched it.
Except for those who have, what, mental illness, I guess?
No, but like when you're reading a book and you can hear your voice reading the book, or you hear other voices, like you talked about, you like to hear Dobby and all that.
Yeah.
We are the minority.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
The majority of people do not have an audible voice in their head or their own voice when they think or when they read. Majority of people have no sound in their head.
Are you so
telling me I'm more special than I already am?
Oh, you're.
See, a lot of people ain't like us. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that inner monologue. Angela the doll in the building. What it do, Miss Lady? Let's keep it moving.
Now, if I want to really crush the housing market, I could do that so fast that people could buy houses, but you would destroy a lot of people that already have houses. I am very protective of people that already own a house, of which we have millions and millions and millions. And because we have had such a good run, the house values have gone up tremendously. And these people have become wealthy. They weren't wealthy. They become wealthy because of their house. And every time you make it more and more and more affordable for somebody to buy a house cheaply, you're actually hurting the value of those houses, obviously, because the one thing works in tandem with the other. And I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt the value of people that own a house who, for the first time in their lives, are walking around the streets of whatever city they're in, very proud that their house is worth $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. Now, if I want to really crush the housing market, I could do that so fast that people could buy houses, but you would destroy a lot of people that already have houses.
I'll try to turn the show to Jerry Springer right now. Should I turn the show to Jerry Springer right now, you guys? Said all's well, all's well. Yes, ma'am. Just enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the show.
Y'all know how white people call black people monkeys, but at the end of the evolution chart, when a monkey is becoming a man, ain't the man white? If black people was really monkeys and a monkey becoming to a man, don't that mean black man will be the first man? But they call us monkeys. Their racial slur don't even add up, because how the evolution chart, if we the real monkeys, why the nigga at the end of the evolution chart not a nigga? He white. Oh my God.
See? So that was really Darwin's evolutionary, not ours. You know what I mean? Darwin had the whole thing thinking he was a monkey's uncle. But it is what it is. We smarter than that.
So somebody said that they thought that the government was seeding these clouds for this snowstorm to happen. And it was kind of crazy how the storm was moving from the south, which caused everybody in the south to buy up everything. Then it was gradually going north, which caused everybody in the north to go buy up everything. And they correlated that with how people pretty much had a boycott over the holiday season. People didn't really spend as much money during the holidays, New Year's and Christmas. Spending was really down. And I study stocks. And what the companies were saying, especially like Amazon and Walmart was that the revenue wasn't necessarily down because basically the prices were higher, but less people were spending money. And there was also a stock market crash of about 1%, which isn't that big in terms of percentages, but that's a lot of money in terms of dollar amount. And this was like them getting their little lick back from everybody not spending all this money. And the craziest thing also was that the greatest part of the storm was supposed to be Friday evening through Monday morning. So basically the weekend, y'all buy up all this stuff for the weekend, then go back to work. And basically it's like a financial engineering event by the government. And wow, I don't know. And before I heard this, I was just like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. And I kept just hearing like mixed reports. Like somebody said that it was going to be 17 inches of snow. It's like, bro, I live in Nashville. Like, what are you talking about 17 inches of snow? And then, you know, all the funny videos where people are mocking the government or the weather channels where it's like, hey, there could be anywhere from several millimeters to 17 inches of snow. It's like everything is just so conflicting. It seems like one of those fear tactics again. I could be wrong and there could be a lot of snow, but it seemed like a money grab again. It does. But we shall see. Love you. Bye.
Well, technically, I won't be able to. That's because only person could untime them out is you, fam. Like, hell. All wrapped up gold, hey. Says shoes got backlog, man. There's a lot. You don't want to miss it, man. This thing, man, the whole show started around like I say about like 7 minutes ago, right? Around that time, right, fam? That's when he started defending himself. He's like, hold on now. Cause that was just fam's just defending himself. It was he ain't said nothing out of pocket, nothing. He just defended himself. Like, hey, it's like if Dennis would have defended himself, you know what I'm saying? It's all right, y'all just talking in chat. At that point, man, ain't nobody getting hurt, right? Right? That's how I always felt. Yeah, for real. I feel you on that one, Angela. It's all good. We getting it.
Y'all know how white people call black people monkeys, but at the end of the evolution chart, when a monkey is becoming a man, ain't the man white? If black people was really monkeys and a monkey becoming to a man, don't that mean black man will be the first man?
New Yorkers have got to be scratching their heads saying, what's with the sixes? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was working on, Gail, when I ran in here. Think about this. 1996, all right? We had a storm that delivered 20.2 inches, the fifth biggest in city history. 10 years later, 2006, we pick up our second biggest snowstorm ever, 26.9. 10 years after that, 2016, we pick up the biggest snowstorm in New York City history, 27.5. What does 10 years later, this Sunday, on 2026 hold? We shall find out, Gail.
Whoa! 66666! Listen, I keep telling you guys, all right? We are the smartest in the world. All right, you guys doing a beautiful job. Every 10 years with the number 6 involved, like, give that stupid news reporter a raise. He did exactly what we told him to say. Good guy. Remember, every 10 years there was a crazy snowstorm in New York City. God equals 10. God also equals 26. This is the year 26. Babylon equals 26. I told you guys, this was going to be the year where Babylon rises again. All right. HARP was created 33 years ago. Number 33. That's our golden ticket number. It's just business as usual. And we're gonna round up all the homeless people, bring them here, and sacrifice them. Listen. Think about it. The supermarket, all the shelves were empty. Everywhere in the supermarket was empty. Everybody was scared. The fear. We harvest all that energy, all that fear, and we give it to Baphomet. We give it to Baal. We have to make sure he always stays fat. That's what we use it for. Fear and then obviously consumerism, the supermarkets, they met their monthly quota. Money's involved. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. But, people are going to die, the sacrifices. I saw you sacrifice that Patriots dude last night for the Patriots for the Sunday. I can care less. Turn that weather machine on. Listen, I don't care if it has to be a snowstorm in the middle of Los Angeles. Keep that weather machine running. And remember too, the biggest storm going to hit everywhere on Sunday. Sunday equals 33. HARP was created 33 years ago. It's going to have 52 date numerology. 1 plus 25 plus 26 equals 52. Enlil equals 52. The Babylonian god of the weathers and everything and floodings. All praise Enlil, the greatest. Earth equals 52. It's a beautiful thing. And they just don't get it. They will never get it. All right? So make sure we flood this shit up, you people. Let's flood it up. Make the snowstorms happen. Snow it up. Keep the machine running. Hey, boss, did you see I handled that January 17th thing? Oh, yeah. That was a good call. Thank you for that. February 16th for the next one. February 16th. All right? Let's get ready, people.
You know what sucks? So February 16th is the night we're supposed to be playing card match and shit. Some bitch hit us on a fucking card night, man. I'm mad now, man. That's gonna be shit. Check my calendar real quick, motherfucking. Wish I had that click. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, President's Day. No, I'm good. That's on a Monday. Fuck that. I'm good. We good. Mine is on the 13th and the 20th. So I'm good. We Gucci around here, yeah. Go back to the stream. That. Said, can y'all check out my merch store when y'all get a chance? Post the link, Photron. Yeah, Awake Closet, Printify me. That's not the link, man. Post the link, nigga. You post the whole thing. You got a moderation thing, man. You post the whole thing. That way you get like, yeah, there you go. See? That way I can post them. I get that shit real quick. Well, I don't know why I did that. I should put it up top. Let me go back. And yeah, there we go. Bam.
Who is Marduk? When you go into the Egyptian text, you find out that Marduk is Amen-Ra. Yeah. When you say amen, that's who you say an amen to. This guy. One of the most evil, brutal dudes of all time. All right. Who also masqueraded as a god and made statements that made it into the Bible like, I'm a jealous God. There'll be no other God but me and all that. That's the guy right there. He's also in the Jewish Torah. There'll be no other God but me. This guy says this in the tablets. It's even in the Egyptian text. This guy was so jealous of everyone and all, what they were really his relatives, these other Atlantean kings that were ruling over Atlantean cities in different parts of the planet. He didn't want the people on the entire planet worshiping any of them, only focusing strictly on him. And what he ordered people to go around and start defacing the face of all the other gods, including Akhenaten, who was the pharaoh that was in rule at one point when he was controlling the planet. And he told Akhenaten to have every one of his people go and start defacing everything. That's why the faces are chipped off.
Yeah, it did just take me to the store link.
the weather. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, we see it. Did you already say it? Say what? Yeah, he said it right there. And the printify me. See if that's it. Replace. What the fuck? Hell, that was weird. Yo, Scotty, what it do, bro? Alright, I'm gonna play this video.
The trees were miles high and miles wide, all across the earth. And then they were tore down. Everywhere across the earth, scattered, miles long, separated from the trunk that once formed the mighty biblical-sized trees. These failed and fallen trees provide the building blocks for civilization. In its journey to stone, it must first be wood.
Angela, last night was a card match that went on a little long. I was waiting until a lot more people got in, so it kind of felt like the time right now. DJ asked, and I said it when I started the stream too. So yeah, see, and then that'll hit you too. Yeah.
The benzene circle, the serpent eating its tail. It is what encompasses our...
You done met up with Jaden. That's it. You know what this means, guys. You know what this means. Later, Kai. They almost got away with this picture, guys. What do you see? Look at Kai's hand. Look at Jaden's hand. You know what time is it. And this was before he switched up on us. And why is he walking around with a journal in his hand? He couldn't leave that in the car. Of course he couldn't. He's taking notes. Shh. Shut up. What's up with his eyes? You know what they say, guys? The eyes don't lie. And Kai looks disconnected. Shh. What happened to AMP? What happened to your peoples, bro? I wonder what they have to say about this. Or can they say something about this? Because I haven't heard none of them speak. And I know they feel the same way everybody else feels. This is the Kai that we know. The Kai that was streaming, having fun, doing this thing. Now he's all serious, taking pictures, holding journals. I mean, look at this picture, guys. Kai is smiling and Jaden looks really serious. Like, yeah, we got you now, Kai. Kai was the reason why people started streaming. What if him stepping away makes other streamers step away and go the same route? Something to think about when there's nothing to think about, guys, because this video is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm happy for Kai. He stepped his game up. He matured at a young age. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. I'm out.
We all know what my thoughts are. He doing the same thing Kanye did when he was in the back of that limousine holding up that man's tray while he was eating off of it. And Kim Kardashian laughing while she filming it.
cackling like a witch. You know what I'm saying? Said Boogie, it's all love, family. What up, though, Boogie? What it do? Hey, I don't remember if I played it. It sounded like the same video, but I'm gonna play it again.
The benzene circle, the serpent eating its tail. It is what encompasses our realm, Leviathan. As you can clearly see, on the tip of South America, Leviathan with the tail in his mouth. The benzene circle
And you
inside.
see how that water has little
It
lines
is
that
the
go
eye
away from
swallow.
his mouth?
It is
That's
what
from the
encompasses
tongue
the known lands.
slithering out. You know what I'm saying?
The earthquake activity is increasing with its movement. The seas are getting warmer, and sightings are getting more frequent. 83.7-foot waves over the area the size of Texas in the southern Atlantic Ocean. We are past proving it, and we are past debunking it. It is here. It is Leviathan.
But yeah, that thing right there. Said he loves streaming now. He ended up designing and make it make sense. Who you talking about? Oh yeah, you talking about Kai. I'm be honest with you. Once Kai started doing all these little fashion montages on the stream and shit, dude, I started seeing what he liked, dude, because he always wore some black shit, meaning like Balenciaga type shit. You feel me? And you know what they like. Hmm? Exactly. But the thing is, they always represented Balenciaga, always had the branding, even after the little shit came out about the unaliving and stuff. But a lot of that shit people swept under the rug just because who he was and shit. He didn't say nothing about the shit. Kept moving. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't do that. Me personally, I can't do that. I don't like rocking branding really, unless it's like some anime shit. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey boss lady, I'm cool now. Sorry for putting disrespectful things in the chat. Now you good, man. I say it like this, fam. It's better out than in. If you got something to say, man, say that shit. That way, motherfucker, get the picture and know how you feel and shit. That way, when they do come around and shit, they come correct. You know. But yeah, he did have he. That's what it was. Once he found out that he had a lot of motion and shit, that kid was true. He put on all them dudes, the Clovers, fucking everybody. He was putting on a lot. And then the thing I started noticing is when he started hanging out with celebrities. That's when I'm like, damn, bro, this dude done went mainstream. This dude done sold his soul. He ain't the same dude we know anymore. Dude don't even talk to himself out loud anymore. He all in his head. It's weird, but you get cloned, man. Get cloned. Said he had that hair for a minute, man. He just tired wearing them dreads. You know what I'm saying? He been had them things cut. He said, "Who y'all talking about?" Yeah, we talking about Diddy clone. That's not his son. That's Diddy. Yeah, that's Diddy. That's why he walked away. He didn't want to be on TV. Why he doing all this butt stuff with Jaden and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Nobody look at. He can't be streaming while he trying to be doing the stuff that he doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like Diddy. He get caught. He going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't. You can't get that shit out, bro. That's what I've been saying, bro. Like that's his son, man. That's they cloned that nigga. He came up out of nowhere, And then they groomed him into this little boy and shit. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, bam, pow, this dude over here on the same shit, just low key with it. You know what I'm saying? And you see the little dude doing the shit from when he was little. So he been with the fruit. You know what I'm saying? He been over there trying to fruit cup it up. Especially after he got adopted. He was doing a whole bunch of extra. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure his tunnel's connected to Diddy's house too. No, hey, there was this one mafia thon. I don't know if it was 2 or 3, but one of them was connected to the Diddy mansions. Like it was like one of them was like right next door to that nigga's house. Right next door to that nigga's house. Just saying. Probably was trying to get some evidence up out of that bitch while he could. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
On the back of serpents we live, and on.
If we are actually just like fish at the bottom of an ocean, and every ocean leads to another ocean of different densities and different worlds, every creature would be different, right? So the fact that we have the ability to go in water and go down to a certain pressure, and we can interact with whatever animals are below that pressure but can't really come up, it's the same thing above us. Like I said,
it was water. How could that be? They were already underwater.
That's like some SpongeBob shit.
So the only beings that we can contact at the top of our ocean, not the water ocean that we go swimming in, this ocean that I'm saying we live in right here, this little less dense body of water that we breathe in water and breathe out water, we just don't know it, like the fish.
It's just air. It's oxygen and hydrogen. It's water. It's water, y'all. Just ain't connected yet. As above, so below.
Space is water.
Think about it. And when we say space and water, we mean we've only discovered
or the marine law, the law of the
30% of the
marine
water.
kingdom. You ever wonder why, whenever it comes to money, the terms always relate to water? Have you ever noticed that? For example, liquid assets, cash flow, currency. What is a current? It's the current of the sea. You bring your money to the banks. What is a bank? It is the two banks that run along a river that directs water a certain direction. Frozen assets. Somebody could be drowning in debt. A person might not be afloat financially. What about a loan shark? Or how about a rebate? That's like when you go fishing and you put the bait on the hook to catch somebody with a deal. Did you know the word floater is the old word in English for boat? When you hear the word sail, notice that it's a direct link to the word sail in a ship. But they say, oh, these merchandise over here are for sale. You ever hear of a business going underwater? Or how about a relationship? Or money laundering?
Laundering. Gotta wash it. Yeah. Said Angela. Yeah, well, Angela, where did you move? I mean, statewide, not like you still in Cali or no?
Just for the wonder.
That the Epstein files, it continues. It's even worse. I just spent hours listening to another testimony. And when the testimony came out just in the last few days, that's when they pump up the Minnesota. Pump up the Minnesota, beat a few more people up, kill a few more people. Get everybody to look over there. Don't look. And again, I'm not talking about just trafficking. I'm talking about outrageous snuff films, murdering young, I would say children, youth. They're supposed to be graveyards filled with missing kids, and no one knew who they were. I know I sound like a crazy person, I know, but it's not. There is a testimony, Sasha Riley. I ask people to go and investigate and listen to it yourself. There are some issues.
Yes. Paid no attention to the man behind the curtain. It is only the guy pulling the strings. But as a puppeteer is, and the puppet plays, one of us will see where them strings lead one day. To make you think when someone pops off is a distraction from the Epstein. Dude, you know it is. That's why I said I wonder what kind of law they just passed today. Wonder who's because they be paying attention to the shit in the news with on YouTube and shit. They don't do it like that. You can see the fucking hearings, all that shit, and that shit live. So I'll be flipping through going through there and shit, see what they got, because it does make you think. So, shit.
TikTok is deleting when I post this. He's been reported missing ever since he's made this video.
Yo, to anyone who's deep in the rabbit hole, bro, buckle up, bro, because this shit is absolutely insane. So, I took some notes here, so I remember what to say. So, in 1893, this guy named Ingersoll Lockwood wrote a 3-part book series, right? The first one is called Travels and Adventures of Little Baron Trump. The second one is called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. And the third one is called The Last President. Alright? In the first book, Little Baron Trump lives in Trump Castle in Germany. And he finds a manuscript by a man named Don Fum that leads to underground tunnels in Russia that have portals to other dimensions. Okay? The first 2 books are just about Baron Trump and his dog, like, exploring all these weird dimensions, right? But this is where it really gets weird, bro. In the third book, The Last President, Don Fum uses these portals to become a controversial president who lives on 5th Avenue in New York. And he basically ruins the price of gold and is super controversial and ruins everything. His vice president's name is Pence, bro. That shit is absolutely crazy, but it gets even crazier, bro. Ingersoll Lockwood lived on the exact same street as Nikola Tesla when he wrote this book series. At the very same time that he was living on this street with Nikola Tesla was claiming that he invented time travel. Like, he deadass was saying, I'm about to make freaking time traveling portals and we're about to do it. And a little bit after, he mysteriously dies in a hotel. And all of his blueprints, all of his inventions are in this hotel when he dies. Guess who gets sent, along with the CIA, to pick up his blueprints? John G. Trump, Trump's literal blood uncle, bro. Think about it, bro. It gets even deeper, though. Wernher von Braun, Nazi scientist, by the way, founder of NASA, wrote a book called Project Mars in 1953 about a man named Elon who takes everyone to Mars. The founder of NASA. And now Trump and Tesla are working together. They got space and time. Think about it, Fifth Avenue right by Times Square.
I'm telling y'all, it makes perfect sense. We are in now Back to the Future, Part 2. But this time is a different dimension. This time, we actually got a good guy, maybe. Just maybe. We'll see. Oh, they already got Minority Report going on. You just wait and see, man. They're gonna pre-crime your ass, and you be like, "What happened?" Oh, you don't know yet, but we know now. They about to tell you.
The serpent at the gate is moving. Using historical data from Google Earth, we can determine how far it has moved over 35 years. Using a point of reference unassociated with the body part of the serpent, the Falkland Island, to the first island, which is the first tooth on the serpent, reveals a distance of 38 kilometers covered over a span of 35 years. Another reference point, Tasmania, which lies off the southern coast of Australia, unassociated with the body part of the serpent, to the first tooth, again, which is the first island. Compared with the historical data from the 1985 Google Earth, reveals a distance of 38 kilometers difference. The last measurement performed is between the two distances of the two serpents, the one in the Southern Ocean and the one in the Caribbean, from 1985 until 2020, 54-kilometer difference. And the last measurement is the measurement of its head in 1985 to 2020. It should remain the same, and it does. The 6 islands in the Southern Ocean represent the snout of the serpent at the gate, and all show signs of volcanic activity, especially number 4.
Man, I'm telling y'all. I didn't know Levi was a double-headed snake until now. I did not know that it was a he and a she at the same damn time. We over here trying to wrap our heads around how the fuck is this thing pregnant when it's self-replicating. This is motherfucking Baphomet. This is the fallen serpent that we living on, y'all. That's some crazy shit. That is some crazy shit. Yeah. I was showing my little brother about the islands and shit, how let's say like this, Australia is actually shaped like a pig. Said it's still snowing on that east coast and Midwest. Nah, it ain't snowing no more. Matter of fact, let me check. Yeah, it's just cold in the motherfucker. That's all it is. Cold in the motherfucker. It's not snowing at all. Said Angela, my bad, wasn't meaning it that way. Just don't want you to do more than you want, especially after being so busy with moving and stuff. Yep, we gonna play some more video. Let's get it.
If this happens, human life will never be the same again. Elon Musk just said something at the World Economic Forum that should have everybody like, bruh, what? Look at this video.
My prediction is there'll be more robots than people. So, but how do you then?
He's saying in the future he think there will be more robots than humans. That's wow, y'all. I can give you so many reasons on why that will be bad, but I don't need to. You can understand yourself how bad it is. For instance, we don't always go off movies, but like I said, they always pit a lot of things in movies. Just go back to our Robot, fool. And y'all see what happened there. Look at the Terminator. You see what happened there. We already know robots is going to be stronger, smarter, everything more than a human. So if they gain the capability to think and do whatever they want for themselves, nigga, we're going to be the ones getting slaughtered.
I mean, in essence, yeah. But me, I've been playing Arc Raiders, so I'm prepared for some clankers. You know what I'm saying? I got some shits for them little bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'll take me out at T100, T1000. Fuck all them niggas. I don't give a fuck. Clanks can get it. You know what I'm saying? Amazon just laid off some more workers to invest in AI and more. And UPS just laid off a lot of people as well. That's the thing. Like they can't really, you know what I'm saying, like lay off the drivers. So that's all right. We're cool. Those people got jobs. Sarah Connor from Terminator is Neo's from the Matrix. Mama, yeah. That part. Let's keep it moving.
So, Castanet manager just dropped the DMs, man, of Gigi and YB. And I read them. And then as soon as I seen, you was only here for 30 minutes and you just gonna kiss me on the forehead and leave? Every nigga know what that means. Top just got some top and dip. Bitch, I just want some head. And you came through. Damn, that fucked up. Hey, I'll be fucked up too. I ain't gonna cap. If I read that shit, I'll be fucked up too, boy.
Damn. Sloppy toppy from another dude. Hey, them self-driving trucks. Obviously, we see what cars and self-driving trucks and shit are capable of doing. Driving on the wrong side of the highway and still going without stopping to rectify its mistake. It'll just keep fucking up. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you said them Texas was fake. Probably so. Probably so. We may never know.
Here's what most people never notice. So Castanet, as of lately, he's been buzzing on the internet because of him quitting streaming and him wanting to start a new clothing line. But you have to pay real close attention to the background of some of his videos. Allegedly, he sketched these two pictures in the background. You might look at that star and think nothing of it, but it's actually an upside down pentagram, or known as the sigil of the Baphomet. The sigil was made popular by Antoine LaVey, who founded the Church of Satan. The second image I'm pointing out in the background is the Knights of Templar cross. They have connections to the Jesuits, known as the Society of Jesus, which is why he's been mentioning Jesus a lot lately. The Jesuits, they run Hollywood, sports, politics, it goes on and on. This is just surface level, but it says here, yes, many Knights Templar were burned at the stake based on charges of heresy that included the worship of an idol named Baphomet. These celebrities and popular figures continue to show us the gods they worship and venerate through signs, symbols, and numbers. And that right there is not an accident.
That's real shit. So like I said, man, you gotta keep it optimistic around here, man. Can't be all none of that dark shit. So all the time, God is good. Because God is good all the time.
Someone said you just can't be for self.
yes, you can fucking be for self. Because here's what you don't know. Because you've been, first of all, this whole idea of us as a collective people came from fucking the CIA and Martin Luther King with this "we shall overcome" bullshit. Black people before then knew you must be for self. And then when you resonate, when you elevate yourself to a certain level, then you could be service to others, motherfuckers. You know it's real when your glasses come off. You can only be service to others when you have done some service to self first. You've done nothing. You have nothing to offer, and you're trying to be in some fucking invisible community that they told you exists. But it's just nothing but a bunch of fucking Jerry Springer gossip bitches. Play with me if you think you know. Play with me. You're only repeating what was told to your fucking silly ass. This shit here is what you study to come into light and understanding that is from your mind, from your ancient self, from your ancient part of knowing. This is where it's from. We all can't just be for self, but yet everybody is. Everybody is for self and telling you that they love you. And it's all about a community. If they turned off the fucking water and white people have the power to do, you niggas will be eating each other in a fucking week. Yeah, just go look at the footage of them niggas when Katrina hit in that stadium, what they was doing. But we all one people. That's a fucking fantasy wish that is not coming true because you're missing the foundation. You must rise to something to offer. I was just like you. Oh, it's about the black people and raise each one, teach one, and
Hey, why the fuck did this nigga just say everything that was going on in this damn live today? Huh? Make it make sense. We was talking about Jerry Springer earlier and all that shit. That's some trippy shit right there, man. That is some trippy shit. Motherfucker damn near got goosebumps from that shit. Huh? Tell you about that shit right there.
Bringing the word of God. Put your gun away, brother. I see you behind that shelf. We're not here for violence. We are here to spread the gospel. All right? Amen, sir. Amen. What's your name, brother?
My name is Boy.
Boy? Who calls you boy?
My brother in Christ right here.
Oh! That is not Jesus' way, brother. Hey, put the guns down. We are safe. We are having church. You shoot a man while we're having church? What are you? Now come apologize. Come apologize to this man. Come apologize. They put the guns away. They put the guns away. It was a mistake. I know, listen, I know this is not usually the place for fellowship, but that is what makes this a great moment for us. You understand? All right, now everybody come in here, bow your heads. Bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Good Father, thank you for everybody coming here today. I know a lot of blood has been on these hands. A lot of blood, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of ratting, but I just say, good Father God, thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you for the loot. Thank you for the goo. And thank you for continuing to let us come up here topside and get a break going. Amen? Amen. All right, brothers.
Hey, we be over there spreading cheer over there up at Arc Raiders, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They got guitars, maracas, motherfucking. I think they had I'm not. What was the other thing? Was it tambourine? I wouldn't know. Something, man. I'm just high as hell. But thing is, they be jamming out there. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. We be killing some clankers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Killing clankers. It's a good activity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes raiders come at us and shit, but you can't run from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell Satan to get behind thee. That's all. That's all. That's it. You know. Say a prayer. Hopefully he listens. That's it. Let's get it.
All right. Quetzalcoatl is at least 1,100 miles. All right, from his nose to up here. Now, I think he goes much further than here, though. I believe he goes all the way up over to here. All right, which would add another 245 miles to it. Now, these are good-sized creatures. And how this happened, I cannot tell you, but I'm absolutely certain that's Quetzalcoatl. And this is his beards. And he may have been a protector of humanity. It looks like he was eating giants, which were eating humans. All right, there's Quetzalcoatl. I showed you from his nose up to here was 1,100 miles. There's his headdress, there's his beards, and he's eating something pretty big. If it was the size that he's showing here on Google Earth, and he had a human being in his mouth that was that big, yikes. But that is Quetzalcoatl, and this is his headdress, and it is made out of feathers, and these are his beards, just as you showed. There's his beards, and all this right here runs right down his throat, all the way down his throat. This is exactly identical as to what he has portrayed in. And here's the feathers on his headdress, and they are feathers, just as I will show you. There's some reasonable ones up here. Oh, here. Let's see. There's a couple easy ones to see. Hold on. Oh, it is right up here. These are easy ones to see. Give it a second. You see that right there? That's a feather. Let it settle in for a second. That's exactly what a feather is. And I know because I have them here. And that is a feather, my friends. And there's another one right next to it here, and another one here, and another one here, and another one here. And that was his headdress. And that's exactly what I showed you a second ago. And that is exactly identical in every single way. And up here, the Green Mountains are his feathers that have gone all the way up here. And these are feathers, and the reason they're green is because feather meal makes plants grow green. That's the whole deal with feathers meals. And the same thing with blood. Blood and feathers, absolutely fabulous. And the bone meal is also very good. Bone meal is good for flowering plants. Blood and feather meal is good for explosive greening of the plants. And Quetzalcoatl is, I believe, somewhere similar to the size of Typhon.
Well, I'll be shit. I mean, that's technically what we about to be anyways, right? Worms, shit. He said bong bill. The Jill Scott song just hit my head. See, Ange, did you get you some Epsom salt? Get you a nice bath water run, you know what I'm saying? Dip in that bit.
What you know about weapons of mass destruction. I've told you once, and I'm gonna tell you again. Many years ago, they literally had weapons that could turn your land into dust. So the mainstream narrative says this is nothing more than a natural rock formation caused by wind erosion. But if you listen to the body slayer, he will tell you this is evidence that somebody got smoked. So in Pakistan, there is an area of caves, tunnels, and badly damaged temples. So badly damaged that you can barely make out what it is. But on closer inspection, you will find that there is a giant sphinx similar to the one found in Egypt. Oh my days. One way you can tell when an area has been through a catastrophic event is when nothing grows again. You have to understand, rocks, stones are not Earth's natural surface level. You only find rocks or stones when somebody's been digging, mining, something's been petrified, or somebody got smoked. I mean, look at that. Do you really think that that's a natural rock formation? Come on, brother. You have to start thinking for yourself. Not just listening what they told you. Just think for yourself. So yeah, many years ago, they had weapons that could literally rain down fire, brimstone, and lightning.
Yeah, man. Turning people into salt pillars and everything. Especially like Arizona, how they got the mushrooms. Big ass mushroom rocks. Some dope shit. You can only play a little bit before they copyright strike it, nigga. You know what it is. Let's keep it moving.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up.
My bad, hold on.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half-century.
I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
You know, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump would approve that message. I mean, hell, he did. The fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yep, we need to count our days as the U.S. has now found an angry, violent creature the size of our entire continent emerging from our waters, and our end times now officially has a date. Many are horrified after a world-ending biblical leviathan and its head is right by Venezuela, and it is not only rising and will be fully woken up in just days, but what the U.S. has done will end us all. As biblical verse Job 41 warns of when our ocean starts to boil like a pot, a leviathan will start to emerge, and the end is imminent. And haunting viral videos show the waters that are named Head of the Dragon, and where the mouth of the Leviathan would be is already fully boiling up. The same biblical verse cites an increase in floods and earthquakes when the creature starts to move. And recent reports are showing a severe increase in flooding and earthquakes all along the west coast, where its body would be, with the most activity in Alaska, where the tail would be. And when a creature with the tail wakes up, that is exactly what moves first. With the US recently announcing they will run Venezuela, but many theorize, is this really for oil, or is it an attempt to keep the beast at bay?
What if one of the snakes, since it's connected in some way, is eating the tail? That'd be weird. But the weird part is we're both like each continent on America is basically some part of a dragon, a two-headed dragon at that. Okay, that's pregnant and about to give birth. Listen to the shit show. Allegedly, this is the way it goes, right?
Wait, so the world is way bigger than we think?
Exactly. In outer space, that whole idea was made to trap our minds, keep us inside an invisible prison.
How would that even work?
Millennia ago, Richard Constantine, part of the ruling Primordian families from lands beyond the ice wall, discovered the continents we now call Earth. 7 massive lands, untouched, empty. But he didn't see them as places to explore. He saw the perfect containment zone, a world to populate, control, dominate for generations.
Containment zones? Like mind control?
Exactly. Richard invented the cosmic paradox, a psychological and geometric trick so massive it warped reality. He convinced everyone the ice wall wasn't a wall, just the bottom of a sphere, and the sky above was everything.
So the universe we see is engineered?
Not fake, just designed. Using celestial engineering, the Primordian families made us believe in an infinite universe so no one would look outward toward the real lands beyond. For my safety, this is just for entertainment purpose.
Yeah. I wonder who slew the dragons. Well, or knocked them the fuck out and froze them. Like somebody had some kind of like ship that basically is like a hyperbolic fucking grenade that turned everything into ice at some point in time. Said if these fools cared about us, they would have made a whole game about Doomsday Clock because today, but tomorrow we cool, feel me? Yeah. Yeah.
Some of you are not going to be all right if you go to my subscription area and watch the full 5-minute video I did, providing more than just speculation that this is what we think it is. And like I keep saying, it's going in the subscription area until I'm off. Account warning. And trust me, there's more than speculation in that video. Now I'll just let you watch as one of them seamlessly, down to the teeth and hairline and eye placement and chin shape, switch back and forth from one into the other. And I don't know if they're shapeshifters or if you got prosthetic surgery done. I don't know. But what I do know is they're one and the same. And like I said, go to the subscriber area. There's dozens of videos there with more detail than I put into the general population area. But of course, all this for entertainment purposes. I don't really think that people play other...
You said that's not a guy pretending to be a guy that's playing another guy? Hey man, cold in Cali, that you need to wear a sweater and knit hat inside. God dang. I mean, that's how cold it is over here, but it is what it is. Shaking my hand, slumber party guess that adult has those. What adult has those? Well, I'm pretty sure Epstein was having those. Pretty sure. Pretty sure Diddy was having those. He said he was having them with Usher anyways. But let's keep moving, y'all. Let's keep moving.
This is an update on Levi, or the Leviathan that is unfreezing in the Antarctic and around the USA. The sea serpents are waking up. These right here are the babies that the Leviathan is spitting out right now. And this is from NASA. This is from Antarctica. What's happening is people are now getting heat waves, putting it on Google Maps, and seeing that these volcanoes, there's two big ones. One's called the Leviathan and the other one's called Behemoth. This is Behemoth right here. This right here is the Leviathan. This is the one that everybody's talking about. But the one to look out for is Behemoth in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. That one is huge. And these videos have been coming out recently. Probably AI, I don't know. It could be real. Are these the babies that are now coming out? There was just a huge 6.5 earthquake in Mexico, you know? And then there was another 6.5 earthquake in Japan. These are the serpents, and they're heating up the ocean great amounts every day, above 85 degrees every day. This is a popular video that came out with these two dudes running from a giant iceberg melting, which could have been... This is fascinating because you can see the heat. It literally looks like a Leviathan, and that's where all the earthquakes are happening, where it's heating up. This is one of the islands where the babies are being made. It's in...
It's funny he says that because that's the colloquia of the snake. You know what I'm saying? Where it gives out poop in its eggs. That's crazy.
This is an update on Levi, or the Leviathan that is unfreezing in the Antarctic and around.
I will admit it's worse than even I expected, but I did warn y'all. I did. You can run the tape. In Donald Trump's mind, the military does not exist to serve the Constitution or the American people. Like everything else, he thinks the military exists to do his bidding. And he has said that if he's elected, he'll use the military to go after, quote, the enemy within, which he seems to define as anybody who criticizes him. Trump's other big idea is to slap a tariff on everything from food to TVs. Now, almost every economist who has looked at this idea says that won't lower prices, that makes prices higher. Donald Trump's former chief of staff said that Trump told him he wanted his generals to be like Hitler's generals. Now, in politics, a good rule of thumb is don't say you want to do anything like Hitler. But it gives you a window into how Donald Trump thinks. Donald Trump wants us to think that this country is hopelessly divided between us and them, between the quote-unquote real Americans who support him and the outsiders who don't. Donald Trump sees power as nothing more than a means to his ends. He wants the middle class to pay the price for another huge tax cut that would mostly help him. Now, if you challenge Trump on his concepts, he will fall back on one answer. This is blanket answer for everything. Blame immigrants. He wants you to believe that if you let him round up whoever he wants, ship them all out, put together these big detention camps, your problems will be solved. Bluster and bumbling and chaos, we have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse.
Yes, yes, is this a mashup? Should be. All right, this is the last one, y'all. I got for you. OG Mike got a whole fit. Hey, man.
If you see the ancient god of Vietnamese, he's black. The ancient god of Hawaiians, he's black. The ancient god of the Indians, Vishnu, is black. The ancient god of Chinese, Buddha, is black. Are these Africans? No, European will tell you this is parallel development. And we sit around and accept this because he wants to develop his concept of white supremacy, and if he wasn't there first, then it didn't happen. You have pyramids in Egypt. You have pyramids in West Africa. And you have pyramids in Central America. You have those great big thick-lipped, big-nosed megaliths in the Ivory Coast. And you have them in the Olmec civilization here. But did they cross the ocean? No, because you know Columbus discovered America. So, you know, if everything around the equatorial belt is black and black culture and tropical people, why? How can we possibly believe that they went all the way up through Siberia and then dispersed? What is the purpose of such a stupid interpretation of the dissemination of humanity? That is how deep white supremacy goes. In the oceanic belt of the equator, what do you see? Little black people here, little black people here, little black people here, little black people. But did they go that way? Because they want to say the European was the first person to cross the Atlantic Ocean, right? Now, how difficult is it to get across the Atlantic Ocean? Well, maybe they didn't just come through the Bering Strait. Maybe they went across the Indian Ocean, which is twice as wide as the Atlantic, or the Pacific, which is 3 times as wide as the Atlantic. Rather than say Africans left the equator belt of Africa and went right across the Atlantic to Brazil. And there are no 25,000 or 30,000-year-old fossils in Canada. Rather than tell you they came across the ocean, how difficult is it to get across the Atlantic Ocean? But Europeans didn't know that Africans, ancient Egyptians, were wise enough to actually make all kinds of boats that could go across the ocean. You know, they knew all this kind of technology. So what they did, to get back to the concept of epistemology, they tell you the migration only came through the Siberian Strait, and then people reverted into these phenotypes. These are assumptions we are accepting to keep the idea that there is only one way to get here. Now, here's the second thing. In Egypt, you have pyramids. The Nile was wet 7,000, 9,000 years BC. It was wet.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, though? I have no idea who she is. I have no idea. I would like to know. Because, like I've been telling you guys before, Buddha is black. So, we all there. And then you got to think, too. The snake, there's 2 heads, and then there's a turtle, which is kind of the reason why he wants Greenland. Because if you think about it, Greenland is the crown, aka head, of the turtle. Now, if we get the head, we go in through the neck, we get into the shell, we inside of a whole ecosystem. You know what I'm saying? That's where and it's protected because that shell is fucking strong. You think that snake gonna crack that shell? Fuck no. Good luck, buddy. Shit, I walked from Nogales all the way from Tuscan, so I believe that turtles and snakes from Turtle Island and the Snake Leviathan. You feel me? Heart chakra. They were calling it the crown chakra because it's the head of the snake. Or the head of the turtle. You know what I'm saying? If you actually looked it up on the map, which I can't do right now, wish I could. Sucks, but shit. I can show you this stuff.
The story of One Piece is my favorite in all of fiction, and it's influenced my art style tremendously over the years, so I thought it'd be cool to draw the entire series as a tunnel. Kind of like a massive water slide, but with islands instead of annoying kids. Each island you see here represents an arc that lasted months, or even years in our time. Of the thousands of characters in the series, I was only able to add a few, but I think you get the gist of it. Personally, my favorite character is a reality-shifting panda.
So I always like that. They're nice. But with that being said, and what that be does, what is on the agenda? They purposely give land confusing names like Iceland and Greenland. Ain't Greenland off of ice, full of ice? Yeah. It's basically just ice because they had to freeze the turtle's brain. So that's where they landed the ship. And then that's where everything froze everything. Think about like this. Okay. You remember the King Kong movie where they had the fucking Godzilla and the turtle nigga, and they were inside a dome. There was basically like a geoid. You know what I'm saying? Like a chamber. Ours is kind of like that, but that's the inner part. Like, say you go into the turtle shell, that's what you're gonna get. Like, yeah, that type shit. And then the outer part where we at, there's another bubble up above that. That's what the whole Luke Picard scientist dude who did the little experiment, shot up, did the Hennessy commercial shit. You know what I'm saying? The heart machine must have broke. Shit. Must have froze that bitch. They was doing too much already. Man, I just want to see something, ain't anything other than what I know. Hey, you gotta be careful what you ask for, Red. Never know what you're gonna get. At least be specific with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, I'm watching part 2 after this. Hope it's good. Yeah. My dog looked outside like, I know you don't think I'm going out there. You better put down some puppy pads for trying. So I stopped the movie to watch, stream, jumping back on. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming through. You know what I'm saying, fam? I appreciate y'all. Yes, I do. For all y'all out there that are hurt, got your feelings hurt, man. Hey, man, we can work it out. I ain't got no animosity against nobody. I'm just saying, man. If you got if you wanted to say something, man, you gotta defend yourself, man. Don't talk behind somebody back. We gotta be upfront about shit, man. Gotta be careful what you say and all that shit. Never know who listening. Just cause you think you all right saying the shit, gotta remember everybody listen. Everybody listen. But shit, you know what it is, man. Much respect and love, peace, fam. Let's get on with the plan.
Friends are some of the fakest people you ever have in your life. Because friends will never allow you to just be yourself. Oh, man, nigga, you sound like you're getting weak. Oh, man, you sound like you get. They ain't gonna let you say, man, I'm hurt right now, homie. I feel like hurt. They gonna go tell somebody, man, nigga talking about killing himself. So, friends don't check on nobody. Family go check on your family. Because friends have to fake with one another. Friends have to be fake in order for us to be real friends. I can't tell you, nigga, you wrong when you wrong.
I felt that! My bad. That shit hit me. That shit hit me, man. That shit touched me on another level.
Homie, friends don't let each other be who they really want to be, my nigga. I got to be who you want me to be so we can remain friends. If I tell you I don't like this, I don't want to kick that nigga, I don't want to rob that nigga, and we from the same hood, but we friends. I can't go against my friend because my friend gonna quit me. So if I'm really your friend, I can tell you no. I can tell you I don't like this. I don't want to do this. Say, homie, I'm on the phone with my girl. Can you cut this down? And you don't say, oh, man, nigga caking on the phone. My friend understand this is my girl. So when he heard me talking to my girl, he cut the music down. Without shaming me. Friends wake up every day to shame one another. Why do you want me to believe when you call me, homie, and we Jones and high side? What friends do with each other. But man, my family ain't gonna do this. So I build a family away from a family, nigga.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what'll I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide. How to lie. Me, I don't have that part. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Go on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again.
We had a saying where we would be like, peace, be safe. But then we heard Nipsey say, stay dangerous. And I never understood it. But then when I finally understood it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Stay dangerous. Because when you are, you're aware. If you're part of the danger, you can see the danger around you as well. You have to stay dangerous. Because if we're not, we're going to get caught unaware. And then we're just a pawn being used. When you carry yourself like a king, you will be.